Hey guys, Craig here again. So the next update for you then is the Millennium Falcon dio that I was telling you about. So there it is. What we've basically used is the Revell 172 Millennium Falcon from, what's the new one called? The Force Awakens. But I had the option of turning it into the old Falcon as well from Return of the Jedi. So this is the Return of the Jedi Falcon. At the bottom there, the little snow speeder I showed you a few weeks ago, I've used that in the dio as well. We've got some rocks out the garden to simulate some sort of like mountain pass. I've actually managed to get sort of like snow and ice on the rocks to make it look really, really cold. To try and make it sort of like look like mountains. I've used some cotton wool on the back to make it look as though it's the snow speeder's kicking up a plume behind it and moving at some speed. It's got the two lights on the two switches on the front. The first one is for the engines in the cockpit, and the second one's for the landing lights and the thrusters on the bottom of the vehicle, the bottom of the Falcon. As you can see, it's been totally repainted and weathered. The colours that I used, the cream colour is a Tamiya TS colour out of a spray can. I think it was TS2. Insignia White, I think it was called. I got that colour match from the D'Agostini build videos, and they were saying that that's probably the closest colour you can get to the Falcon. The red is the oxide colour that Revell suggests for the panel markings, and then in places we've got some medium sea grey on some of the other panels. So on the blast marks here, they've been dremeled through, so it's got some texture on it. It's been spray painted with Vallejo flat black, and then some pigments going over the top to sort of like simulate the plume going around it. As you can see on the top, it's been fully weathered with all the rust colours. That's all Arbelung rust oil colours. And it's just generally dirty, greasy, grimy, as you'd expect the Falcon to be. On the back louvers, there, it's been weathered up, dry brushed, pigmented up with the Humbrol smoke to give it some sort of like exhaust plume coming out the back. Same again on all the little crevices. They've been fully painted, weathered up with oil colours. And that's pretty much the top of the Falcon. As you can see, there's been nothing missed, I don't think, from the painting side of things. Onto the sides, same script, just been totally weathered up as the rest of the ship is. I'm doing this one-handed because obviously I'm holding the camera. As you can see on the back, this isn't part of the Revell kit. I got those from Fantastic Plastic, ordered from America, but that is the Return of the Jedi nozzles in the back, and they are fully lit. The whole thing glows up blue, as it should do, but you'll see that when it's a little bit darker. So there's the back end of the Falcon. There's the other side. So yeah, it's just generally mucky, dirty, some patchwork going on the old cockpit up here. Make it look as though it's just had a temporary repair along the cockpit line. So that's pretty much where we're at with the Falcon. The underneath is exactly done the same as the top. Just trying to get an angle so you can see it. It's fully weathered up, exactly the same. It's got everything you'd expect underneath there. I don't know if that's... There you go. So it's just as dirty, just as grimy, and the like. I can't really get under there because it's not tall enough. But as you can see going around, it's got all the thrusters, LEDs. It's got the fibre optics and everything in there. But I don't think you're really going to get the full picture of it whilst it's pretty light. But we'll give it a go anyway. What we'll do, I'll get the plug it in, and we'll see how it looks. What I'm trying to do is turn the flash off a little bit. It's maybe not the one I'm looking for. Oh, that's too bright. Let's just dim it down a little bit. Okay, so let's try and get the plug. So this just runs off of 9 volts. If I get the plug in one-handed, there's an extreme close-up of nothing for you. Hopefully that's in. So the first plug then should light up. As you can see, it's blue. So the first lights then lights up the back end, and it's looking purple because the flash on the camera's on, but it's pretty much blue all the way around, with a little bit of a flicker going, so there's some movement. In the cockpit then, like I was saying, it's not a very big cockpit, but we've got the lights on the top, and then up on the back wall, you can see it in person, not so much on the camera because there's glare and that. I'll do a video tonight as well, so you can hopefully see the lights better. On the underside then, we've got the second switch, and all that's doing is put on all the fibre optics, and it's got all the thrusters and landing lights and spotlights around the sides. On the front we've got the headlights, and we've got the lights on the bottom. You can see the red now coming in on the fibre optics. They go all the way around, and it's the same on the other side. So that's where we're at with the lights. Again, like I said, when it gets darker, I'll hopefully get a better video for you so you can really see the lights pop. And we'll go from there. So that's the Falcon then, guys. What you'll see in the video is it's going to swap to nighttime with all the lights on. So I'll turn the video off now, and then we'll edit it, or I'll edit it and put the nighttime view on, and then we'll finish the video off that way. So for now, we'll sign off, and I'll speak to you again shortly when it gets dark. Thanks for your time so far. Hey guys, Craig here again. So as promised, here's the Falcon lit up at night. So the first button that we've got then is we've got the engines, as you can see, shining through the exhaust there, coming out the back end. Coming onto the cockpit, you can now see that fully lit, and you can see all the, well, you can see the colours in the background just, but there's different colours in the back there. There's a little bit too much glare. And we've got the headlights on the front, as you can see. So that's the first button on the Falcon build. The second button then, once you press that, it lights up. You've got all the rest of the lights. So underneath them, you've got all the landing lights. You've got all the little red fibre optics going on underneath, as you can see underneath there. We've got all the spotlights, and loads of glare coming off. But we've got this, oh, you can't really see it, but you've got all the lights in between the mandibles there. There you got all the lights going on underneath the actual Falcon itself. And again, we've got all the little red fibre optics going on all over the place. So you can see all that under there now. So that's the fully lit and displayed Falcon from Return of the Jedi. So like I said before, you can see the snow speeder disappearing off. The Falcon's just taken off, and it's about to shoot off to wherever it's going. Hence why the exhausts there at the back are just a blue rather than a white, because it's on thrusters taken off sort of thing. So that's my Falcon then, all fully lit up. On top, you've got the light in the gun port, the little red lights. There's nothing in there, you can just see the red glow. So it looks as though there's something going on in the gun port. You can't see the one underneath because it's right next to the pole anyway. So yeah, hope you like the Falcon, guys, and what I've done with it. I think it looks pretty good now it's all lit up. So yeah, any comments, suggestions, whatever, again, just leave the comments and that in the section below. And look forward to the next build. Thanks for your time, guys.